Push the button, does it?
No, you just turn it green and it
Yeah,
stays on.
push the button, it'll turn green. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Gotta make sure I'm not that person. My phone is on.
I did that to mine too.
All right, good evening, everybody. I'm Ryan Heath, the town administrator. I'm gonna go ahead and for the point that we don't have an active chair or structure right now, call the budget committee meeting for September 23rd to order. And starting off and on the table there was an agenda. I don't know if anybody has anything else they would like to add or put on the agenda. Is just a general organizational structure for tonight.
For a
Yes,
new
sir.
business, are we gonna try to set up a different night for meetings?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
schedule.
okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Yes, ma'am. Second. All in favor?
Hi.
Thank you. All right, first order of business is new appointments. On the table, there was a email correspondence from Brock Mitchell and an application. Brock Mitchell is a former selectman. He has served as a selectman's rep to various boards and committees and expressed interest in serving on the budget committee. Answer any
Is he
questions?
here?
He's not here tonight. No, he's not here tonight. Honestly, that's probably, I don't know if he knew that it was going to be heard tonight. Yes, actually, we're lacking 2 overall.
You need a motion?
Yes, I do.
Motion to accept the application of Brock Mitchell to become a member of the budget committee.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Hey,
Anybody opposed? Okay. Reorganization. So we're in a situation where at the end of last year, we had several members whose term was up and did not run for reelection. And also had a couple members, one resigned, the other one moved out of the area right at the end. So right now we don't have any structure for this current budget committee based on last year. So we need to determine a chair, vice chair. This board, do we have anybody that is
so I'll
interested?
nominate Beth for chair.
I second.
Does Beth accept?
How about vice chair? We make Brock chair.
Well, what we could do.
I
in
didn't hear a
the-
second for that.
What's that? Oh,
I didn't hear a
okay, that's
second
right.
for
There
that.
wasn't a second. But you. But you gotta accept it.
Chair, vice chair, it's close enough. Please.
I'll volunteer for vice if you'll take the chair.
I'll second that motion.
Okay,
All right, so we're gonna change that motion to, well, actually, no, same motion.
Okay.
With the addition of, yeah, Drew as vice,
So do we need a new motion?
or
Oh, we already made.
just a recognized amendment to that motion.
I'd recognize the amendment to my motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Oh, okay. I'm just calling it out, not even voting, so.
spending a lot of time in your office.
Okay, so. Old business, we don't really, we don't have anything that I'm aware of carrying forward from last year. Um,
Are there no other positions? Is there anybody do recording of minutes or any of that, or?
no,
So
so
it's all
what,
done
what,
from the
what happens
recording?
is, yep, the recording, it's done through the recording. And then we do have a, they are utilizing, Jennifer Reel, the part-time, what do you call it?
Administrator
Yeah,
assistant?
no, she does, the transcribing. That's what I was trying to think of a word.
Alright.
Yeah, she does.
Figure is all I could come up with.
Yeah, yeah. She does offsite transcription, on a part-time basis as a contractor, a private contractor for the town. Yep. So, I know that the budget committee for a little while there had tested out Waters with a software that was supposed to automatically transcribe, and it was not very successful. They had problems with it. So, we went back to last year. They changed back over to, Jennifer Reel, who she does, transcription for, zoning and planning boards too. So yeah, as far as, old business, I'm not aware of anything. If anybody's got anything that
It's all new start.
carried over from last year or. New business. Really, beside from sort of getting an initial meeting together, setting us, looking at a schedule and, just sort of going over this year. Basically, my attempt is going to be that, we have budgets that are ready for, presentation to the Board of Selectmen tomorrow night. So the budget books have been being made. You'll get the same binders, with all of the departments and their budgets with their justification sheets. As soon as they go to the Board of Selectmen, I will start filtering them into your books as they're approved from there. I am not going to ask, this year, I'm going to suggest to the boards, and see how they feel about it. But, last year, I think in efforts to streamline things a little bit more, some people felt that it was more rushed. It was more of an effort to sort of cut out the duplicity of, multiple presentations. But I do think that it maybe gave the feeling to people that weren't so familiar with the process that they didn't have enough time with the information. So, and like with the Board of Selectmen, they're gonna get their binders, tomorrow night. They're gonna have some budget presentations. And not gonna ask them to vote on any of the budgets until they have the opportunity to take all that information home and digest it. Same with you folks. Making sure that you get your budget presentations. That instead of maybe if there's no questions that night, approving it the night of the presentation, waiting, so that you have enough time to digest and go through the information. Not trying to drag it out too long, but obviously make sure that everybody feels comfortable with the information they're being presented and ample time to ask questions as they need to. So we will start getting that information to you as soon as, the board concludes tomorrow night. We'll start getting all that made and put out for you. And, once we have information ready, can also have Stacy put that information out via email. So that you know that we have stuff here for you if you can swing by at some point in time and grab binders or grab information. Other than that, that's what we're looking at in, for the process this year. So meeting times or dates.
Selectmen still meet on Monday nights?
Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
They meet on the second and,
because Mondays are not good for me at all.
okay,
If we have to have Mondays, okay, it's not good for me.
the only issue we have right now going on is that the other boards have all started, which we don't usually have them running all at the same time. It's just this time of year. CIP and ZAC committee all start along with, because zoning's on Thursday nights, planning is on Tuesday nights. Selectmen are on Tuesday, the opposite Tuesday nights of planning. And then Conservation Commission is on the opposite, Thursday nights. Let me see here.
Does the school board meet on Monday nights?
The Alton Central does, Monday nights, third Monday of the month, and then the Prospect Mountain meets on Tuesday nights.
How about Friday nights? Everybody is Friday.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays are out. Right?
But
Yeah,
Because-
Tuesday and Thursdays are the room is,
see,
the
I'm
room
just
is
the
here.
alternate, but right now Christy is right in the middle of her son's soccer season. He's much younger than I am, so. And so I'll fill in when she can't come. She's really the main person for the budget committee. She is the,
What about the downstairs room? We used to use that. Is that?
yeah, it's under construction right now. That's why it's just not really,
Okay. So that leaves what, Wednesdays?
Sounds like it leaves Wednesday or, Mondays, which are difficult
Yeah,
for
well,
you.
that's, I have to go to my office on Mondays, but I guess I could
let me,
try to make it another day.
give me 1 second, let me,
So, no, if it's gotta be Monday, then.
well, let me look at that count.
much on Wednesdays.
Wednesday.
One day's the same as the next for me.
Oh, I see. You're retired like I am.
I am.
Mrs. Chairman, what night is good for you?
I can do Wednesdays except the second Wednesday of the month, I'm never available.
Okay.
But otherwise, Wednesdays are fine.
I mean, if that's,
Sounds like Wednesdays when it's busy.
yeah, but if that's when you want, you're the boss.
Trying to see if Christie's son is the same team as my grandson, so I can see when she is. Either if she can. Rose of soccer, it goes right through to November.
I have a new email address that I sent out to everybody.
Yep, saw that.
Well, I got an email from the town today
Yep.
with my old one. And in case anything happens, you know how
Okay,
they can
then
subpoena.
she might not have seen your response to her too.
Well, I sent it again to her,
Okay,
but it's,
yeah,
I don't want to say it because it might.
I wrote it down,
Yeah.
so I have it, yeah.
It'd be easier because I was talking to a guy, I don't know where he was from. And he was on his finance committee in his town and they got sued and all their email accounts got.
Oh, yeah,
subpoenaed or whatever.
91A stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so this way I have,
Is that your new one?
Oh, that's
Your
probably a
dedicated-
smart thing, but
yes, yep.
if they want all of my political
Yeah,
emails, they're welcome to it.
That way it's all budget committee. If something ever happens, they. Here's the account, okay.
Does, was there any conversation about Wednesdays?
Yes.
It seems like everyone's available.
Wednesdays is good, okay, because they just went,
The second Wednesday is never good.
As long as it's not golf season.
you had to throw in the second Wednesday, right? The first day available was the 9th.
Oh, I'm just saying, I don't.
No, I know.
And that's our. I mean, it's the second Wednesday every.
Okay.
Tuesday the 19th.
October.
We're going to October, no, the 9th. Yeah, so so CIP is on,
So
Okay.
appointments in Connecticut. Sorry, Wednesday the 9th. So I can't do that one either.
Looks like Christie's available on the 16th.
Mhm.
Did that work for you?
I think Christie would be able to make the 16th. There aren't any soccer
Does
games.
she have CIP on there for this Wednesday? So,
this coming Wednesday?
yeah,
No,
okay. Is it Thursday? The
CIP?
26th? Okay,
I don't know,
I
I don't know which one.
don't know, they
I'd
might
have
be
to look at that calendar.
downstairs.
That-
Talk to them.
So
October.
looking in
16th.
October, the 9th, the 16th and the 23rd, but the 9th is the second Wednesday, but the 9th, the 16th and the 23rd are all available on the calendar right now.
I know Christie could probably make the 16th. The 23rd, the kids have a game in Gilmington. I mean, I could come. If she can't make it, I'll be coming. But
Do we want to do
the 16th would be better, as I said.
the 16th and
The
How
16th,
about the 30th?
I can do the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. Those are fine.
Trick or treating on Halloween day or
It's 31st.
it's definitely on Halloween day? So the 16th and 30th?
That good for everybody else?
I'm assuming it's fine for Christie, but if it can't be, I'll come. I'm just, as I said, she couldn't come tonight because there was a game in Molten Brew.
With my wife.
Okay.
16th
Yep,
and
that works.
30th.
That works.
Well, I figured we get 2 meetings scheduled for the month of October. That will give me, because it's gonna take me about the rest of September and early October to get through the rest of the budgets with the selectmen. So that will get everything back to you and then we can regroup for November schedule. We'll see how far we get at 10:30 and then we can regroup for November schedule.
And with the school, we're meeting October 21st to do the alt school budget. And then with the Prospect, they have a smaller committee, the finance committee that works on it. That'll be starting early November. I
Okay.
guess. I've never been on the finance committee, but I am on it this year. So all I know is that October 21st, we'll get the whole budget for the Alton Central School done. October, we just stay there until it's done. And then we'll do the other one in bits and pieces, so Tim would be able to explain that to you.
Sure.
I do know that he talked about keeping our costs down this year in deference to the town not being passed last year, that we're gonna try to keep our expenses down.
And I do know the Board of Selectmen is they haven't committed to anything yet, but I know they've talked about we're gonna have some money. We have a public hearing on Tuesday night about large amount of FEMA money that came back in. Right now it's approximately 531,000. There's another anticipated 170 or so that's hasn't arrived yet, but it's on its way. It's already been allocated and approved in the process. So we'll be looking to with a warrant article offset road reconstruction because a lot of that came out to repair the roads from the floods. And this is the coming back in from FEMA for the floods. And then also looking at offsetting a little bit this year to help out with some out of the fund balance. But the board's, we've talked about it in theory. We haven't talked numbers yet because obviously until the budget's finalized and they see what's there before they can make those decisions. But I did get the audit numbers the other day and we're up close to 4.6 million in the fund balance right now. So, which is healthier than it's been in many years past. I've never seen it up over 4 million, so. But other than that, I don't have any, those were my main goals and objectives for tonight was just to get a quick meeting in, organize, get a few dates on the books that everybody could agree on and get Brock appointed. Other than that, does anybody have any?
Do we still need one?
We still have a vacancy,
Okay, so-
but we don't, you know, so if you know of anybody, we can function without that being filled.
Right.
but-
There's a guy that I met at on primary day. His name is Jim. What's his last name?
Connor,
Connor?
Amy Arsenal just left the police department in New Durham.
Mhm,
She lives in Alton. She might be good for this too.
maybe.
I'll have to reach out to her.
Mhm.
She's going to work for Al Graymont,
Oh,
so she's available nights.
Should we put an ad in the Bayside or just to see if we get any, you know, just to be.
Yeah,
fair to
I'll reach
everybody?
out to
Yeah.
Amy and you can reach out to, do you have Jim's contact information?
I have his wife's and I've already reached out to her.
I'll check it
Yes.
on the website.
Have them submit their stuff.
Yeah,
What's the date?
Yeah. that's
Hmm.
a good idea.
We did have some write-ins as well, right?
No,
No,
there was no more. What we had is what we got. So,
People don't seem to be clamoring to be on the budget committee.
no, people aren't clamoring to volunteer for anything. these days.
So maybe by our meeting on 16th, we'll have somebody that's interested and they
see,
yeah, that'd be good. So Brock was, we appointed him just to fill a 1 year, right?
Yes.
You-
Okay,
you-
so it'll be- right.
Same.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Been a while since I've done. it.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah,
I just have one suggestion. I don't know how often we have to sign. So remember last year when we all had to sign, you had to drive to really get people to sign. Have you ever thought about adopting Canada Docs?
excuse me, I'm sorry.
Docs, it's when I get them all the time through school and you can sign electronically.
Mm.
So Heidi Duford is the business administrator for the school and she would be happy to talk to you about it. I asked her about it. She said it's very legal. You know, I've
I-
read with that part.
I would be concerned, and I need to find out because what we went around to get signed was the official warrant. And I do know that they won't allow, because the selectmen have stamps. And they specify that we have to have original signatures. So, yeah, no, it's worth looking into, but. Sure. Mhm. Yeah. No, I mean, in the private sector, I do that a lot for different things and everything else, but I do know that there are certain documents like the assessing documents, any abatements, things like that, land use, all have to have original signatures on them.
And that may be
Um,
dictated in the RSA's, which is
Yeah,
why.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But it's
I
definitely,
think it says it has to be hand signed.
but that's definitely something
It's worth
that we can
looking
look into.
into.
Yep.
So much easier for me. and getting signed.
But everybody's signature will go us.
You signed it.
Yeah.
It's a lot nicer than.
Banks can use it. Why can't we?
No.
To have that as a class.
So, if we don't have anything else for new business, we'll move on. So minutes, there were 2 copies of minutes. We're at a situation where these 2 drafts were done at the end of the year last year. But we do have Carol and Priscilla were the only 2 that would have been in attendance. That we still have on the board. I did talk to legal before today's meeting just to find out what our options would be. There are 2 options that the board can choose. Is they can approve the minutes. Even with a stipulation that many or a lot of the serving members who are present, sort of as a disclaimer, to attest to accuracy. Only the only other 2 members that would have been present, they approved. The other thing that can happen is if the board doesn't wish to do that, or the committee, that we can post draft minutes. They just will never be approved. So it's not, I've been told one way or the other, it's not incorrect or improper. Most places obviously adopt the policy that everything gets approved when it goes in. But the actual reading of the statute apparently is that we just must have minutes. They don't actually have to be approved. They can remain in draft form if need be, but it would also be perfectly legitimate and legal for the board, even know that there's not a majority that were present that could approve these. So I will put that out to you, but you are just seeing them tonight. So please take them with you, look them over, and next meeting you can decide what the board or the committee's will is, and we can go from there. But no decisions need to be made on that.
Sounds
So,
good.
and then, oh, so there's actually 3 sets of minutes here. I'm sorry. We should have December 6th. Oh, wait, no, I have 2 copies of December 6th. I'm sorry. So there are only 2 days, 2 meetings. Do we have any other business that anybody wishes to talk about?
I just have one question. So right now we have what, 2, 4, 5, 6 members of the budget committee, right?
Yes.
If we don't. When you have a majority. So if we only have, let's say we had 5, okay? Is a majority of present or is it majority of the 7? If you vote for something.
It's the majority, well, you need to, as long as we have a quorum.
You understand
to-
what-
Yes, a
okay.
quorum to put the meeting in, it would be the majority
Present?
present
Okay.
casting a vote that day. Yeah.
Because I know there was discussion years ago about that,
Mhm. Yeah,
and so I think we just worked, at the time it was 9, I think we just worked on 5.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
no.
just curious on it. Sure.
Yeah.
What's considered a quorum?
A quorum is that we make sure that we, depending on the amount of appointed members that we have, majority of those members has to be present at the meeting to even call it to order.
So 50% or more, or
3/4.
So for 6, we'd need 4 people, but
Yes,
if we, okay,
Yeah.
if we can't get anybody else.
right.
That we just
Mhm. Yeah, no,
just want
absolutely.
to make sure.
We constantly go through that with all the boards and committees. How many are appointed, how many are present, what's going on as far as that. It's a juggling act with all the different boards and committees. Anything else? Any other business? All right, can I get a motion to
I'll make a
adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody object? Thank you very much. Just push.
Where's the power button?
Beth, thank you. So I'm gonna say this while